A patient came to Mount Sinai's emergency room in the early morning hours with symptoms of fever and recent travel to a West African country. The patient was promptly isolated and placed in a strict isolation facility at Mount Sinai such that we could protect the patient and also any staff and other patients in the facility and all visitors. We're very confident in that our work with the federal, state, and local authorities will lead to a prompt evaluation of this patient, and that we'll be able to hopefully find that there is a more common cause of fever and other symptoms that the patient has. Using an abundance of caution, we're going to work carefully with the CDC to make certain that this patient does not have the Ebola virus disease.
Odds are this is not Ebola. It's much more likely that it's a much more common condition. We're ruling those things out as well. In conjunction with the CDC, who's been guiding us on the testing protocol, we're sending specimens down to them, and we expect an answer hopefully in the next 24 to 48 hours, although we can't guarantee.
I think the most important thing is that people should understand that if this were a case of Ebola, which we do not know, that it is not transmitted by casual contact, and that everything that happened at Mount Sinai happened in a very rapid fashion such that we were certain that the patient did not pose any risk to other patients or to our staff or to visitors to Mount Sinai.
Ahead. And so we spent a lot of time over the weekend, a number of the folks who are in this room, on calls, making sure that we had the right protocols in place so that any patient who arrived was immediately screened for travel history, and this is ongoing, travel history and symptoms. And if they had those things, they were immediately put in isolation before we had any other information. Even if it turned out that they were low risk or no risk, the idea was to isolate them as quickly as possible. And in this case, that's exactly what happened. It was about 7 minutes from the time they hit the door to when they were in isolation room.